Hi everyone, welcome back to Pure Girl, episode 5. So in episode 4, there was quite a bit of an event. So anyways, Sora and Satoru are out on the streets because they have to buy a computer for their dad after they ruined it. Well, Sora tried to get the computer away from Satoru, and when she couldn't shut down the computer in time, she just threw it out onto the ground outside. And while they're shopping for a new computer, Sora mentioned that there was a new game that just came out, and for some reason, Sora went to the M's to buy this game, where there are other more legit shops to buy games from. And out of curiosity, so Miyako was looking around as well, and Satoru and Miyako both went in to see what Sora was doing in the M's. And while they're spying on Sora, the shopkeeper Lemon comes and he scares both, well, just Satoru away with all the items that are on sale at the M's, while Miyako was getting turned on. And I feel that it was because Sora called Lemon for help. But then Lemon mentioned that, oh, so I have a special person that will help you or allow you to enjoy your hobbies without any problems. And I feel that this is the key to making the whole Pure Girl event or the whole story happen. So anyways, now they're outside, let's see what happens next. So we flew out of the M's and ran straight into the normal burger shop. So while we were discussing about what to do next, we met with Sora at around 5 p.m. Okay, so he tells Miyako, oh, so I'm just gonna say that I didn't meet you, or like I'll just say that we didn't meet. Yeah, it's best if we keep this a secret. So I think he's going to tell Sora, well, I didn't go into the M's, so don't get me wrong, or don't mistake me. And also, I didn't meet with Miyako. I was just waiting out here for you, being like a good little boy. And I'll just say that, or like if she does ask us, then I'm going to say that we met by chance. And we were just trying to spend some time at the burger shop. Okay, that sounds like a good justification. Okay, I understand. So I'll say that we didn't go to the M's and I didn't harm Satoru Oni-chan in any manner. Okay, so I'll remember that. Okay, that's good. But then again, I think Satoru's worried that Miyako might spill the truth out. It's like, well, her body language is telling me a different story. However, the reconciliation with Miyako ended successfully. And hopefully, so it's likely not to inadvertently divulge further today. Well, anyways, I'll just leave Sora as is, and I'll just return home before I find Miyako. So I think he wants to send Miyako home and then just hurry up and meet up with Sora at 5 p.m. and make it look as if nothing has happened. So anything wrong? But you know, it's kind of wrong, so in a sense we're lying to Sora. But then again, it does have some of its excitement. Well, yes, I know it was bad. I'm sorry that I got you involved. with the Sora incident. And at this time, Sora is about to approach them. So he quickly sends Miyako away. He's like, okay, so Sora's coming, so I'll just say goodbye from here. Okay then, so alright, Satoru Oni-chan, goodbye. And Miyako quickly runs off. And now comes Sora. Oh, so you're back. Oh, okay, so I did it, Ni-chan. So it looks like Sora wasn't aware that Miyako was here earlier. That's good. Okay, so I'm in a good mood. Or like, I see that you're in a happy mood, Sora. And then Sora's like, no, this is how I act normally, so normal, nothing out of the ordinary. Hey, don't hide. So, by the way, did you buy the game that you wanted? So right now, it is still safe for a normal conversation. So, at least Sora isn't pointing out the bad things that we did. Okay, so let's see what this one says. So even though Sora says that, well, I'm acting normally, nothing wrong, you can tell from her expression that she's saying something else. Because she's looking away from Satoru. And that gives it away. And then on top of that, she brushes it off with, anyways, that's good, so let's just go home now. Okay, that's right. Well, then again, I had to show it to my father. I'm not sure what he means by no paso. Well, I am strangely shaken. Okay, so they don't seem to realize that, or Sora doesn't seem to realize that we popped into the M store. Well, if she did find out, I'm sure she'll be angry for the rest of the afternoon. Oh, hurry up, Ni-chan. Let's go home now. Let's hurry up and go home. Okay, come on, don't rush. Well, I am a bit nervous, but then again, she's my little sister, so, well, let's be honest. Before we dig our grave by mentioning what really happened, and let's just go home without any more discussions.
ただいまさあ子供たち特選黒和牛を食いに行くぞ
So I wonder if they did buy a new computer at the end, or they just left with a new game that Sora bought. But anyways, for some reason, the father is all excited, all happy. He's like, oh, you're home! Let's have some special celebration. Let's go eat some special Japanese black beef, kids.
それに今日は2人が欲しがってたもの何でも買ってあげるわ
And today, I get to buy everything or anything that I want, no matter what. So that's the mother. So, as soon as we come back, we're quite surprised at what's happening. Okay. So, Sora and I were looking at our parents while setting up the no paso, and we were quite stunned about how they reacted. Okay, so I think no paso is basically shorthand for a notebook computer. So it looks like they did buy the notebook computer, and while they're setting it up, the parents just come in all happy, all excited, like, "Hey, kids, we got some special things to tell you." So what happened? So what's with the change of mood? So you two are so happy for no reason.
お給料日はまだだよね。
And plus, I'm sure you haven't got your paycheck yet. So what else could be making you so happy? Says Sora. Oh, by the way, so any chance my father, who was restructuring, was desperately disappointed and gave his last splurge.
ダメだよ、お父さん、葉山ちゃん。まだ多分きっとそこはかとなくなんとかなるよ。
So I think Satoru's like, well, maybe the dad spent all of his last earnings, and I think he went with the mom to get drunk so that they would forget about all the hardships that they're facing. So they're poor, not making much money, and just drink it off to forget about all their suffering. And Sora's like, well, that's bad, so hurry up. So we gotta get someone to help us.
お前らたまに贅沢をさせてやろうと思ったらそれか。
So maybe you two want some luxury at some times. Wait, luxury? What do you mean?
福引きよ、福引き。福引きで焼肉屋の無料券が当たったの。イエー！
Oh, look! So I got a free ticket for a yakiniku restaurant at the Fukibiki. Oh, yes! So mother is quite... or like her tension is quite high.
あと父さんたち来月には新婚旅行に行くからな。
And for me, the father, I'm gonna go on a honeymoon next month. Yes? Hello?
新婚旅行？
So wait, honeymoon? Says Sora.
前々から行きたいって言ってたでしょ？それよ、それ。
Oh yeah, so I mentioned, or we really wanted to do this for a long time. From the very beginning, right? So basically, we haven't had a chance to go on a honeymoon because of our budget. But now we have a lot of money and we can go on this nice honeymoon. Well, I wasn't sure. So, obviously, you can tell here that we are not wealthy. So, the father and the mother didn't get a chance to go on the honeymoon when they got married. There you go. So they were saving money little by little and hopefully make enough money to go on their long-awaited honeymoon. So what happened? So did you save enough to go on this honeymoon? Enough money for travel, vacation, resort, everything?
違うわよ、当たったの。母さんが以前送ってた懸賞で豪華クルーズで行く世界一周が。
Oh no! It's even better, so I won a sweepstakes from a supermarket, and this sweepstakes is a all-paid cruise vacation to go around the world. Wow.
それでさっき携帯に連絡があってな。
And then for the dad's like, oh, so I got a phone call on my cell phone a while ago. Wait, it sounds like a scam. It sounds like a fraud.
その辺はちゃんと確認済み。それに相手は大企業よ。素人騙して何の得があるのよ。
Oh, no, it's not a fraud. So I called them and I was able to confirm. And it is a genuine contest. And we did genuinely win. And what's the point of scamming us poor people anyways? Well, they do have a point, but scams can fall for anyone, not just rich people. Okay, so that's true, but still...
ああ、それと家のリフォームもすることになった。
And now that we have money, we get to renovate the house. Wait, huh?
リフォームまで。
So renovate? Hey, wait a minute. So, what's going on? Everything just sounds too good to be true. So, let's start from the beginning. So, give me a step-by-step explanation about what is happening, Mom and Dad.
結婚して苦節25年。ようやく私たちにも運が巡ってきたのよ。
And the mom is too excited. It's like, well, it's been a long time since we got married, so we're lucky. We've been married for 25 years plus, and... So I wonder if they were big gamblers. In the beginning, they didn't tell us, and out of nowhere, they struck gold. Okay, so tell me, what happened specifically? So, it was normal, the usual life before we went out to buy that computer.
ええ、今日はせっかくだから久しぶりにデートに出かけたのよ。それが思いがけない幸運の始まりだったわ。
So we two walked together as a couple for the first time in a long, like in many years, and that was the beginning of our unexpected fortune. So for some reason, the mom is all happy, all playful, all joyful.
それで何があったの？
And then what happened next, says Sora.
まず雑誌の検証で世界一周が当たったって電話で連絡が来てね。
Okay, so the mom's like, well, I got a phone call that I won this magazine sweepstakes to go around the world on this cruise.
それで今日はお祝いだとスーパーに行ったら福引きで焼肉無料券が当たってた。
And then the dad got a free yakiniku pack with a lottery at the supermarket.
その後ダメ元で応募していたリフォーム番組から連絡が来てね。
Okay, so the mom's like, well, I also got a phone call to have our house renovated, and I applied for it.
ちょうど近場だったから早速相談に行ったんだ。
And I was just around the corner, so I went to consult him immediately.
そこで検証で世界一周が当たったことを話したら、それは面白いってことでどんどん話が進んでね。
And when they went to confirm the prizes, the person who offered them the award, they kept talking about how great it is, and the mom got sucked in. It's like, well, it was a very interesting phone call. That person was talking about all the great things that I will enjoy on my around-the-world cruise.
旅行中にこの家をリフォームするってことで、その場で契約書にハンコを押してきた。
And then the remodeling contract, the dad just signed it or he stamped it. It's like, okay, good, I'll take it.
イエーイ！
The parents who put a thumbs up. So, something is suspicious, says Satoru.
その辺は確認済みと言っただろう。
But I told you, I did call them and I confirmed, and it said that this is genuine, so we're not lying.
お父さんの知り合いの刑事さんにも調べてもらったけど、どこもちゃんとした会社だって言ってたわよ。
So I even had one of your father's co-workers check the authenticity of these awards, and they said it was valid, and the company is not a fraud company, so it's legit. So as expected, it seems that there's no end to it, but it has been a hard time though.
まあ、今まで頑張ってきた分、幸運が溜まってたのよ。
So apparently, all of our efforts paid off. We've been working so hard, and we were lucky to strike fortune.
というわけだ。さあ、焼肉に行くか。
But anyways, tonight we're gonna have yakiniku for dinner. So let's go. And Sora's happy. Wait a minute. But for Satoru, he's still kind of questioning about all these unexpected prizes. So everyone's looking at him with like, oh, come on, so you're being a big spoil sport, right? So remodeling during a honeymoon. So what about us then?
ああ、テレビ局から毎月定額の補助金が出るから、それでどこかマンションでも探して住めばいい。
So apparently the company that's sponsoring the remodeling, they're giving you some money to live elsewhere, and it's being funded by some TV station, and you can go find some other place to live while our house is being renovated. So something interesting.
お前らが住むんだから、お前らが探した方がいいだろ。
And because you two will be living in this temporary housing, it's best that you two look for it on your own. Oh, how helpful you are, parents. So at least parents should try to find some other place for them to stay before they go on their lovely adventure. But it looks like they're making Sora and Satoru do all the work.
私たちはちょうどリフォームが終わった頃に帰ってくるから。
But don't worry, we'll be back after the remodeling's finished. So we'll all be living in a happy village once everything is completed.
ソラ、その間お兄ちゃんのことよろしくね。
And for you, Sora, please respect your brother, Oni-chan.
わかった。
Okay, I understand. Wait, so you're all right with this?
ソラは構わないよ。むしろその方がいい。
Well, I don't really care because everything's going to be better at the end. Well, Sora...
兄ちゃんも自分の部屋が欲しいよね。お母さんたちに新婚旅行に行ってほしいよね。
So come on, think about the benefits. So one, we get to have our own rooms in the end. And two, our parents can finally go on their honeymoon. So... that, yeah, well, still...
ならけって。
Okay, so, all decided.
じゃあ焼肉だな。
Okay, so now let's go to yakiniku.
焼いて焼きまくるわよ。
Bake, bake, bake! Okay, so they're gonna eat yakiniku at their house. Okay.
わっきゅーわっきゅー。
And Sora's all happy about it. Okay, I understand. Well, I'll just calm down and go with the flow. So, let's see. Abdomen, Pecco family. Well, I don't have the power to argue or contest, so I just went along with the program and ate the yakiniku. And I gave up on persuading them that something is not right. So the parents didn't really hear what I had to say and are well known over many years of relationship. But then again, the meat was delicious, so I'm sure Satoru forgot about, or all of his worries went away. So basically, after we're all filled up, things seem to get better, usually. Well, that's true. Or rather, it's not a bad story. But I am doubting it. But then again, I do want my parents to go on that honeymoon that they've been waiting for after all these years. So that's why I decided to stop pouring cold water on their dreams and just follow with them. Okay, so you can see that Satoru is kind of concerned about the fact that his parents were suddenly lucky being able to win all those sweepstakes and prizes and lotteries. And it does give a suspicion that somebody's behind it to rig all the lottery and sweepstakes so that one person wins. But anyways, it's now time for school, so...
すごい怒涛の展開だね。
Okay, so he first meets Miyako, and he's like, ooh, so it's a really wonderful development. And I wonder if Miyako is as suspicious as Satoru is with the all these winnings. But for Satoru, it's like, well, I still can't believe that this happened. So I'm trying to wait for everything to be confirmed, finalized, and action to be taking place. And I told Miyako everything that happened last night. Okay, so he tries to laugh it off in a way, but... Okay, so he also makes himself believe that all this is a hoax, and it's really ridiculous and stupid.
ハネムーンに合わせてリフォーム番組に取り上げられるなんてすごいな。
Okay, so I think Miyako knows about this sweepstakes for the honeymoon. It's like, well, I did see it on TV and it was quite amazing. And to learn that your parents won this prize, it is quite like a big blessing for them. Oh, so I'm really happy with how Miyako reacted to the situation. So she is quite surprised, but not to the point where she starts to question about the legitimacy of the winnings. And for Satoru, he is still not very comfortable with all these prizes. So anyways, okay, so he's like, well, that's how Miyako usually reacts anyway, so it's nothing out of the ordinary. But for Sora, she's still happy. She's like, okay, so she's singing like Koshitsu, let's see, or Yarita Hodai. So compared to Miyako, I don't think Sora can act normal like Miyako. So Miyako smiles as she looks at all the excitement that Sora has walking in front of them. So Sora-chan, you're in a really happy mood. Obviously true. Well, I guess I could say goodbye to that kind of residence. So if there's one thing that Satoru is happy about, it's that he will be able to have his own room after all. And yes, he can enjoy all those things that he was not able to enjoy yesterday when he had to share rooms with other people. And there you go. So after the renovation, we will all get our own rooms. And that was the only condition that we issued. So thinking about it, you were living together for quite a while, right? So even... Okay, so Satoru's like, well, in the meantime, we'll have to find a place to stay while our house is being renovated. And I'm sure the rental house is going to involve us sharing rooms. And I'm sure I don't get a lot of money from that sponsorship, so the TV station, to be able to get 2 apartments or 2 suites, or at least 2 rooms.
そっか。楽しそうでいいな。
So in a sense, Satoru still have to bear with the sharing of rooms for a while, and so Miyako's like, well, it is kind of fun though. So is that right? And I wonder how much time they have to find this place before the parents go on their honeymoon and the construction crew starts renovating their house.
あ、ごめんね、聞こえてた。だよね。いろいろと大変だよね。
So Miyako's like, well, I'm sorry. I hope you didn't hear that. I know it's been quite a lot of trouble for you lately. Okay, but... So what's the problem with Satoru now? Okay, so, well, it is kind of odd living without my parents around. So they're on their nice little honeymoon while we're still here going to class.
そっちじゃないんだけどな。
Well, yeah, it is quite tough, says Miyako. Hmm?
あ、ううん、なんでもない。
Well, anyways, nothing much. So I looked up at Sora, who was walking in front of us.
あ、兄ちゃん、部屋は絶対フローリングだからね。畳禁止。
Okay, so Sora's still happy about her next residence. Like, well, I'm sure the next place is going to be much better. So, no more tatami mats. And our renovated house will have nice wood flooring or even carpets. And it'll be much more comfortable to step on. Okay, so, well, Sora, don't look for a room yourself. So let us work together and we both agree on a room that we can rent.
イエーってにゅー。そういう細いのは兄ちゃんの仕事です。
So what's Sora's problem now? Let's see. Oh, so Sora's like, well, let me do it. I know how to do it perfectly. And before I can say something else, she turns around and continues to walk forward. Well, then again, I didn't expect this to happen, so... So anyways, with regards to that Sora... So hasn't it been too late recently? I'm not sure what he's asking Miyako.
引っ越しできるからじゃないかな。私もそうなったら嬉しいし。
So you can come, or like you can move, I wonder. So I'd be happy if that happens. Well, no matter how much you can leave your parents, there are limits. So, well, there is a positive for our parents going away, it's that we get to have our own freedom. But then again, it might pose other new problems that we don't know yet. So I wonder what kind of place does Miyako live?
特に心当たりはないかな。
Oh, so he's asking Miyako for some advice, and Miyako doesn't have any, so... Well, I don't really know. So I wonder if you are overwhelmed too, or it's just my imagination. Well... So, what's with that expression? So, anything that you might know that you're trying to hide from me?
嘘じゃなくて、やっぱり単純に新生活が楽しみなだけなんだと思うよ。
No, not really. Well, I'm just wondering what your new life will be like. And I think that Miyako's getting a little bit envious about how lucky Sora and Satoru are with all those lotteries. Well, my parents left me and Sora to find our own place to live. And I'm just looking forward to it, so feel free. Well, in any case, I don't want to live in a very junky, bad room or bad apartment.
頑張って、サトルお兄ちゃん。
Well, good luck, Satoru Oni-chan. Okay. So I can't afford to whine in front of this person who's smiling really gratefully. So Satoru still wonders what's going on? What's the issue? And he still can't convince himself that this is the truth. He still feels that there's something wrong with the lotteries. And he's been thinking about it during class the entire time, so I'm at a loss. So I wrote down the conditions for a new house in my notebook. Okay, so Sora's well, let me decide where to live. And Satoru's not very trusting of Sora to find another place to live while their house is renovated. So he's trying to give some conditions to Sora about what he wants in this place. And I wonder what the conditions are. Okay, so 2DK or more. So I think it's 2 bedrooms, a dining room and a kitchen, or a larger unit. So each room has its own restroom, so bath and toilet, and there's a balcony or a veranda. And the apartment has an auto lock function. And it has air conditioning. And most importantly, it has internet access. So good internet connection. Definitely for Sora. And I wonder if they're able to find something that fits in the budget, because I have a feeling that all the things that Miharu is from Yukikoi Melt. So Satoru is requesting might go over their budget that the TV station is able to pay. Okay, there you go. So make sure the rent fits within the budget. So the amount that the TV station will pay us. Okay, so each bedroom door has to have a lock. And I wonder if I gave too many conditions. So it's going to make it really hard for us to find a place then. And then again, the move is going to happen very soon, so we have to make up our mind and find somewhere to live within the next few days. And there are limits to going around all the different places for rent. And I'm sure it's going to be very complicated to make a schedule work out with a real estate agent. Well, after all, a little help can go a long way. So apparently, okay, so he likes to look for a place the old-fashioned way. So he wants to talk to a real estate agent and have the agent show him all the places that he could rent with Sora that fits all the conditions and be priced under budget. But for Sora, she uses the online catalog or the online listing to find a place. Okay, so maybe I should follow Sora and just look online and see where we can live. So that will make it easy, and I don't have to worry about it too much. Well, I'm sure in these days, a lot of listings for houses for rent or on sale, you can find them online, and I'm sure what happens is that a real estate agent has to access the page and give you privileges to be able to see the details about each of the properties. So usually if you look at a property, they might come with a, well, if you want to know more details, contact this agent at this number or this email address, and they'll give you the details. So I stretch out and chew on my yam.
Huh? Oshizuki, 何か質問か?
Okay, so they're in the middle class, and the Japanese teacher, or the Japanese language teacher, notices that Satoru is spacing out. So, Hoshizuki, any questions? So I raised my hand as I stood up. Oh no, I was just stretching.
俺の授業は退屈で仕方ないということか.
Okay, so you're telling me that my class is boring. Well, I'm sorry, it can't be helped. No, that's not it. So I replied, I just think it was the moment. So the teacher smiled with a grin.
星月、お前さ、そんな言い訳していいわけ?
So Hoshizuki, the reason that you make such an excuse. So you're criticizing my class for being boring, even though I think it's important. I'm sure all teachers think about that. Or that's how they claim their class or their lesson is. So I wonder what's going on. So, a boring, dull joke with that smug face. So what's with this air? And all the eyes of the class gather. Oh, I'm sorry, so just continue with the lesson. There was nothing that was going on. So I think what happened was that when he mentioned that the class was boring, the teacher was kind of upset and was staring right at Satoru, and that got the whole class attention onto Satoru, and it makes it hard for him to say something else like, well, I'm sorry, I can't criticize your class for being boring, so. And I bowed to my classmates. So I'm sorry I caused such a stir or such a distraction. Actually, it's more like, it's more like a distraction, or, and it was quite embarrassing. So in a sense, I have to endure the shame as the punishment for causing all this ruckus. And then suddenly I found something swaying at the edge of my field of view. So I noticed something from the corner of his eye. And let's see what it is. Okay, so it's Yogiri, and for some reason she's smiling and quietly laughing at Satoru. Oh, so it is Kuchifusa Yogiri. So Kuchifusa was shaking and was looking at the window while trembling. Well, I can't see her face, but her shoulders are quivering. So possibly this might be...
Oi, Hoshizuki! よそ見してると、この漢文、ちんぷん漢文になるぞ。
Okay, so while he's staring at Yogiri, the teacher tries to get his attention. It's like, hey, Hoshizuki, so if you look elsewhere, can you help us decode this sentence, Chimpun Kampun? And I don't know what that sentence means. I'll have to go look it up. And anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for this episode. So, we're gonna see what Yogiri is actually doing. And I'm sure it's more than just her laughing at Satoru for getting the teacher upset to the point where he has to call him out. And if there's one thing that Satoru's right about, is that he does sense that the sweepstakes is quite suspicious. The fact that his parents was able to win all these lottery and sweepstakes in one go, in one night. And like I said, it had to be somebody that was pulling the strings to making it happen. But with all that in mind, I'll see you later.